Okay, so what a difference a week makes. So 1 week we're posting protocols and things like that, of which will remain in place at the salon indefinitely. However, we are changing how we are going to be open this week because we are going to only be open limited hours, and we are also limiting the staff at each location. Downtown, we will only have 3 stylists working at a time with 0 support staff. So what we're going to do is spread out. Though you and your stylist cannot be socially distanced, the stylists are working about 12 to 13 feet apart. I mean, if you've seen the salon downtown, you know it's 4,000 square feet. So that means you're very far away from anybody else. So that's what we're doing downtown. We are more or less going to be doing the same thing at Lakewood, but it's not as big of an issue because we are not as staffed as we are downtown. So we are applying the same principle to Lakewood, but out here we've had more inquiries from moms about bringing their kids to the salon. We just can't have that right now. I apologize, ladies, but in order to limit the amount of people in the salon, this is what we have to do. Also, at both locations, we are not accepting new clients at this time. If you are a new client who have put a deposit down, I will be calling you personally, myself, tomorrow, and we will get you booked for some time in April. I apologize. But just because of the nature of the way this thing has evolved here recently, we are trying to serve our regular clients that we know we have a lot of clients who are on TV, and they are working long hours in government right now. So we're trying to be as safe as possible and still be partially open so that we can accommodate our regular clients, but we're also asking responsibility from our regular clients. So for those, it's a non-brainer, obviously. If you are like over 65, if you have a compromised immune system, we're fine. Most of you, we've already rescheduled, or you're already pre-booked for later times. But for any of our clients who have done air travel in the last 2 weeks, we're going to ask that we postpone your appointments until April. We have to get kind of radical because there's a lot of pressure on consumer services right now. And obviously restaurants are doing similar things. Banks are doing a drive-up only. So in order for us to even remain open, we have to be very, we just have to apply some really kind of outside the box thinking. And this is kind of what we're doing right now. Now, Megan and I have considered this for some time now, back and forth. And, I wanted to be careful on how we approach this because we're a pretty, publicly recognized salon here locally, and there is 0 hand guide for this in the world of business. And my first priority is, of course, my staff. And, you know what? We've all been making some sacrifices. We were booked solid this week, and obviously that's not the case now. So this is our busy season. Usually by April we're booked 2 months in advance, and in order to make sure that we are not part of the problem, I have had to really seriously consider our place in the community. And if anyone knows anything about me and how Studio 39 started, it's on our website. I feel very passionately about our responsibility to the community, and I don't want the salons to be the reason anyone gets sick. I'm just going to smudge my aura here. I've had a lot of this around lately because, there is just a lot of low vibing energy out there. I think we can all agree on that. But you know what? We have gotten past, I think, the initial fear and blame and all the other stuff. And honestly, it's just, this is our new reality. So I have to make an executive decision for the business, and Megan and I have decided that in order to remain open, we have to be relatively radical, and that is what we are doing this week. And we may go ahead and shut down next week if we feel if that is necessary. I don't want to make any preemptive decisions just yet. We're watching this, like everybody else, unfold on a day-by-day basis, but we are limiting contact as much as possible, just like everybody else. And I have to say thank you to the support that we have gotten from our clientele and our customer base. We've still had people that want to come in, but most of all, my staff has been pretty remarkable, and I've never been one of those Gen Xers that kind of has bought into this idea that, that millennials don't work like the rest of us. That is simply not true. I have seen them make mature and empathetic decisions on a regular basis far beyond their years. And this is just a lesson to us that, we can choose what divides us, and we can choose what unites us. So there is a silver lining in all of this. So, with that said, I want to be responsible in how we handle this. My first priority is to my staff, because I know as long as I work, they will work. And I can't have that if that's not healthy for everyone. But I also have to be aware of the fact that as one of the larger salons in the city, I don't want to set an unnecessary precedent for other large salons, because we're all under a lot of pressure right now to make decisions that we were not prepared to make. But that's what we're doing this week, and as things unfold, that may change. But until we know a little bit more, that's what we're doing for this week, and we will also not be open this weekend. We are going to work limited hours until Friday, and then we will make a decision for next week based upon what happens at the end of this week. So until then, everyone stay kind, stay smart, stay safe, and stay loving, and check on your boomers. Make sure they have what they need.